Hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another Korean skincare brand review, and today's brand is COSNORI. StyleKorean was nice enough to send me a set of COSNORI's eye makeup and skincare products for me to try and review. So without further ado, let's jump into today's review as there are some really nice items in here. So let's get started. So in this set that they sent me, there's 5 total items. There are 2 gel eyeliners of the same type but with different colors. There is 1 brush eyeliner, and there is 1 mascara, 1 eye cream, and also 1 eyelash serum. Although I usually do like to start with skincare, today I find it a little bit more appropriate to start with the makeup. So I start the first item with the 2 eyeliners that they sent me, and it's these 2 thin little sticks here. So this particular line of eyeliner, it's called the Superproof Fitting Gel Eyeliner. Comes in 6 different colors that you can choose from. At first I thought they sent me like a black one and a brown one just from looking at the cap color here, but actually they sent me 2 of their most popular brown colors in their line. So the 6 different colors are Vivid Black, Black Brown, there's Walnut Brown, there's also a lighter brown called Peanut Brown, a more shimmery brown called Glam Bronze, and also a shimmery white called Shine Snow. So let's go through some of the claims of this product. So as they call it Superproof, they claim that it is smudge proof against water, sweat, sebum, oil, and also rubbing. They say that there is a fixer formulated into the formula so that after it dries, it forms a membrane that makes it a little bit more long-lasting. The formula is a cream texture that is waterproof and can only be removed with makeup remover. So let's talk about the packaging. It does come in a very thin type of package, very sleek, retractable pencil type of structure, so you can just push it up and never worry about having to sharpen it. It is a 2mm brush tip, so it is very thin and very small. I know their whole thing is they want it to be small and thin so that you can get into the insides and make fine lines, but I actually find because it is so small, and maybe because my hands are kind of on the longer side, it's actually not that easy to grip and not that easy to control when you're drawing. And in comparison to the packaging, I do find the brush tip is still quite thick, so the line that comes out is not like a thin line, which is what I would expect from such a thin package. Now speaking of this formula, although it is a cream formula, I did find that it had a bit more pull than I expected it to, and because my eyelids are double eyelids, I do have a bit more crease, and my eyelids are not the smoothest to work on, so I did find that it was a little bit hard to draw the fine line with this with the pulling, just because of how rounded the tip is. I feel like it goes on a little bit thicker than I wanted it to, although I think if you did have a bit more patience than me, you probably could get it to draw a thin line, and I could see this as being a good product to use for your waterline. I think the sizing would be perfect to really get into those little corners. What I think was actually pretty good about this product was that it didn't smudge. Even though it is a cream formula, it didn't smudge on the bottom of my eye throughout the day, even though it wore straight 8 hours, which I find pretty hard for especially cream textured eyeliner. Give me a little bit of a black eye, but this one did not, so definitely bonus points for that. I do also quite like the color options that they offer. Out of these 2 browns, so I do kind of recommend the black brown a little bit more because I do find it a little bit more natural. I do find the walnut brown is a good color, but it is a little bit lighter, creates a little bit more contrast against my dark Asian eyes. So I did find the black brown is the perfect color, and they do mention that there isn't any redness in the brown, so I think that also helps make it a little bit more natural. Overall, I do like the product, especially for the color, but I do think I wish it was a little bit creamier and goes on a little bit smoother, but I can see also because it does have a fixer formula in it, it probably has a little bit more of a harder, drier type of feel just so that it stays on a little bit longer. So overall, not a bad product, and I would recommend you try out the black brown for a natural eyeliner color. The next eyeliner they sent me is basically like a brush tip version of the previous one. It's also from the Superproof line, and it's the Superproof Superproof Fitting Brush Eyeliner. And again, they sent me in the color Black Brown. Similar from the previous eyeliner because it is superproof. Again, it is superproof and oil proof against water, sebum, sweat, and all that. Again, this one says it has a strong, thin film that protects it from creasing and fading. Ironically though, although they said it was waterproof, they also said that it could be easily cleansed with lukewarm water. You can easily fix any mistakes that you make as you're putting it on, but I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive against their waterproof claims. So this one only has 3 colors compared to the 6 of the previous one, and the 3 colors are just more basic colors. So they have a black, this is the black brown, and they also have a brown. This one features a more thinner brush because I guess it is more of like a felt tip. It's a 0.1 milliliter brush tip, so a little bit more finer. Although the packaging itself is a little bit thicker, so I find this one is actually a bit easier to grip. It's actually more like a pen, so I actually quite like the hold of this one. I actually really like the brush tip on this because I find while it is very thin, it's also very flexible, so you can really get into drawing really thin lines and also easily build up to make a cat eye without any pull at all. I also like this formula quite a lot because I find it dries really quickly, so you can kind of slowly build out on it without pulling or smudging anything. And I really do like the color because again, the black brown is a little bit more natural, not so harsh or too light on the eyes. And once it dries, I do find it is pretty hard to remove because I remember the first day I used it, I accidentally dotted something on my face and I was in a rush, so I was trying to rub it and I couldn't rub it off, and it was just there throughout the day. So it's actually quite long lasting. Now moving on to the final makeup item, they also sent me their mascara, and this one's the COSNORI Perfect Setting Waterproof Long and Curl Mascara. This line has 2 different types of mascaras. So they sent me the Long and Curl, the other one is called Volume and Curl. This one has like kind of the rose gold tip and the other one has like a gold tip. The claims of this one is that it is 24 hours waterproof. So the claims of the eyeliners never mentioned how long lasting they are, but this one says 24 hours. So again, it is supposed to be sweat proof, waterproof, oil proof, sebum proof, and it's supposed to have no smudging or powder flake fallout. So they say there is a 2-layer formula to this mascara. The first layer is a waterproof wax formula protected from moisture and oil, and the second layer is kind of like a coating powder that helps hold the curls of the eyelash. This one again says that it's waterproof and can only be removed with a makeup remover. They say the overall formula is like a gel type texture with a C-curl brush and has built-in little fibers that help adding an extra extension onto your eyelash almost to help lengthen it a bit more. But this one claims to be a little bit more natural because the length of the fibers is only 2 millimeters, so it's kind of something that you can slowly build on the length as you go. This mascara also contains 3 ingredients that are supposed to help nourish your eyelashes. So it has silk amino acids that help prevent eyelash damage, hyaluronic acid that helps add elasticity and moisture, panthenol for eyelash enhancement. I quite like the packaging of this just because first it looks nice with the rose gold detail. That's always a nice touch. It also has kind of like a matte finish, so it's nice and non-slip. And I find the brush is not the biggest brush, but I do find it is big enough that it can cause smudging at the back of my eyelids as I'm brushing them up, just because my eyelash is also very thin. So I think it gets more of my eyelid than it does my eyelash. And I do find, because again the formula is supposed to be very waterproof, it is very hard to clean up once it smudges. So that's one of the negatives of it being super waterproof. If you do have long bottom eyelashes, it's probably not a big problem. If you have like thin, almost non-existent bottom eyelashes like I do, I don't think this is a really good brush for you to use it on the bottom eyelashes. It will just cause more smudging than anything else. I'm not really a big mascara person though, so I could be biased in my opinion just because of the fibers. I do find it that it does lengthen my eyelashes quite more than normal mascara would while being very natural. I'd say this one did hold a curl pretty alright throughout the 8 hours that I tried it. I don't think it's a particular volumizing mascara, but again, this is the long and curl line. line, not the volume and curl line. So maybe if you wanted more volume, you can try the other mascara of this collection. But overall, I do think for someone who doesn't like mascara, this actually is a pretty good one, and I would probably use it on a day when I don't want to use fake eyelashes for a more natural look. Speaking of eyelashes, let's transition into the skincare products with the eyelash serum that they sent me. So this, it just says COSNORI Eyelash. I guess the name is just COSNORI Eyelash Serum. So the claims of this product is that it helps strengthen eyelashes from damages that are caused by extensions or makeup, and it features a low pH level formula so it doesn't cause any soreness in the eyes, which I know I've just heard this claim, it kind of sounds a little bit ridiculous, but I have used some eyelash serums in the past, and I will say that it does cause soreness in your eyes. So the fact that they actually note that and pointed that out was kind of bonus points when I first read up about it. The formula is a lightweight water base without any oil and uses a patented peptide formula that helps add gloss to the hairs and gives elasticity to make it stronger. It also contains hyaluronic acid again that helps make eyelashes nourished and hydrated, and also contains centella asiatica, I guess, for moisture. The packaging of this one is even thicker than the mascara, but it is a little bit shorter, and also again contains a C-curl brush, but this one also contains a ball tip, which I really like because it makes it getting into the underlashes a lot easier, as well as the little tiny baby eyelashes that I have that are really hard to get through with the brush. Because eyelashes grow between 7 to 8 weeks, they do recommend that you use it for more than a month, and they say that instead of trying to put on too much at a time, it is better to put on a small amount consistently. You could also use it before mascara as kind of like a fixer or primer, so that's also really good as well. My overall experience with this is I actually really do like it. I do find it a little bit more drier than some of the other eyelash serums that I've tried in the past. Like the first time I used it, I was kind of like, am I even getting anything on my eyelashes? But because of that, I do find it doesn't like weigh my eyelashes down, or it doesn't feel like my eyes are like constantly kind of wet. My favorite part is definitely the ball tip. So I'm always trying to lengthen my lower eyelashes because I do have like almost non-existent eyelashes there. So I really wanted an eyelash serum where I could get into the nitty-gritties of those small eyelashes there. So this was really great for that. I know this might sound a little bit gross to some people, but I have had some eyelash serums I've tried in the past that have left me feeling a little bit itchy, dry, and like crusty in the morning. I think just because of how the formula dries throughout the night, it leaves a little bit more residue than this one does because of what they said about the pH formula and how lightweight it is. I never really felt that in the morning, so that's definitely a big plus. In terms of the effects, I've only really been using it for like on and off 2 weeks, so unfortunately I haven't been using it every single day, so I can't really say that I felt that much drastic effects so far, but I will definitely be using it more often just because of how easy and how lightweight this formula is. So if I do see more results, maybe I will post an updated review video on this product specifically, so you can always watch out for that. But overall, I do recommend anybody who wants to try a lash serum, this is definitely a painless one to try, so I will definitely keep using this as well. And the last product is their eye cream that they sent me, and this is the COSNORI Avocado Eye Cream. It also says all face, so you can actually use it in other spots of your face as well. As the name suggests, it is made out of organic avocado oil that is sourced from the fertile lands of Spain, and it is rich in vitamins, mineral, nutrients, and protects against dry and sensitive skin. It also contains 66.9% rice extracts, which helps protect skin moisture and balance moisture and oil levels. They use a method of applying high pressure onto their active ingredient and splits them into microparticles, so it makes the absorption of the product easier and faster. It is derma-tested by a German dermatology research institution to be a safe formula to use on all different types of skin type. And like I mentioned before, it does say all face, so it is suggested that you use it morning and evening on the eye area, the forehead area, the mouth area, and even the neck area as well. Packaging wise, it is a pretty standard like eye cream style packaging with just a normal like squeeze tube tube. I have heard of avocados being used in different eye creams before, but I'm always very wary about eye creams that are being too thick because I did suffer from having milia before, from using like a thicker formula eye cream. I think that was too rich for my eyes. So since then, I've been very careful and always wanted to go for like lightweight or gel style. It also comes out kind of like a thick formula, so I kind of expected it to be on the richer side. Since the first time I've used it, I was surprisingly lighter weight than I expected it to be. I think because of their claims of it being like microparticles, it does absorb really nicely and simply into my skin. And again, I didn't really have any problems with milia after using it for 2 weeks. The product also virtually has no smell, which is also a good plus for anybody who is sensitive to that. Because I do find the formula quite lightweight, I do think that it would be a good eye cream for most skin types. I don't think even if you have oily skin that this would be much of a problem because of how fast it absorbs and how lightweight it feels overall. So I would definitely recommend this, especially during the winter time. This is a really good moisturizing formula without weighing you down. And those are all the items of today's review. Thank you again to StyleKorean for sending me these products to test out. My favorite product is definitely the COSNORI brush tip eyeliner. I definitely recommend anybody try this, and especially get this black brown color because it's such a natural, nice color. I also do quite like these two products as well, but I haven't seen drastic effects yet, but definitely products that I will continue to use because of how nice the formula is. So I definitely recommend these ones as well. I hope you found today's review useful. If you did, please click the like button below to support a small channel like me. And if you like beauty, fashion content, please consider subscribing for weekly videos. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! See you then.